Hey, and welcome to this edition of Road Warrior. I'm your host, Grant Roberson, and today we try out the 2014 QX60. Now, we just tested out the QX70, a little bit smaller version, and what we love about this vehicle is it expands on that and gives you room for 7. Now, what you're going to notice about the QX60 is we are familiar with Infiniti lines, and we still see that on the front end with a little bit of the curvaceousness that we always see. But on the rest of the styling lines, it really doesn't go to that kind of bubbled rear end we're familiar with on the QX70 and the FX models. Now, what I like about this is it has traditional SUV lines. It still has some sedan-like qualities when you drive it, but the best feature of all is its full-size offering on the inside, again with room for 7. Now, this vehicle is going to measure in just a little bit bigger than the QX70, around about 200 inches, and has a stretch wheelbase of 114. Now, with that extra length, of course, we're going to have more room on the inside, but what it starts to do with the styling is, of course, take it a little bit more to the minivan-esque quality. Now, that's hard to say in the same sense as Infiniti, but these styling lines are not dramatic like the FX series and even the QX70. Now, one thing that will keep this out of the minivan parking lots is its chrome trim and the fact that it's still Infiniti and holds a little bit of curvaceousness. Now, again, on that QX70, you did notice a lot of sloping to that rear end, that typical kind of bubbled backside you're going to notice on a lot of Infinitis. On this vehicle, they kind of straightened it out a little bit, kind of liposuction the whole thing altogether. But you still notice a lot of sport. And down below, of course, we've got the rubber fascia to help with any kind of off-roading you may do. Now, one nice feature, of course, on a bigger model is the cargo space. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that this is the smart key system, meaning you can keep the key in your pocket and simply enter the vehicle by pressing a button. Same thing in the back. You simply press that and it goes right up. Now, one thing you'll notice that the cargo space behind that third row is a little bit less than the Q70, and that's to be expected. It's around about 15 cubic feet, a typical sedan-like trunk. Now, once you're back here, though, if you want to double that space, you can simply fold those rear seats in one fell swoop. Now, diving into the cargo area, one thing you'll notice right off the bat is the storage under the rear floor, and it offers decent space where you can hide things and keep them tucked away. Now, the other thing you'll notice is these vertical rear headrests. Now, the biggest problem with these is it causes huge blind spots when you're looking at the rear view mirror and really kind of blocks that back window view. Now, of course, if there's no one in the third row, you can fold this and lay it down flat in one fell swoop, really opening that view up just fine. Now, another nice feature I like about that is instead of having to stretch up there, because there really are no straps to kind of pull that back up, they've included a little automatic raise and allows that back seat to kind of get back into position with one touch of a button. Now, one traditional problem you're going to find with 3 rows of seating is getting access to that back row, and it's really made simple in this vehicle. There's just a simple lever on the side that you pull up. It's going to raise the seat bottom, and you simply slide it forward. Now, the QX60 comes in 2 models, either the front-wheel drive or the, as seen here, the all-wheel drive versions. Now, either way, both come with a 3.5-liter V6 engine, delivers 265 horses. Now, what's great about the all-wheel drive, of course, that means any weather and allows you to get grip at all 4 corners. Now, with that horsepower, I saw a little bit of get up and go, but it really took a few moments to get up to full speed. And that's to be expected on a vehicle that's going to offer as much seating as this, but really not necessarily the much horsepower under the hood. Now, the V6 is going to deliver around about 19 to 26 miles per gallon, somewhere in between on average. Now, if you want better fuel economy, that is going to come on the new hybrid edition that was released in the summer of 2013. Now, that comes with a 2.5-liter, 16-valve, 4-cylinder engine and a 15-kilowatt motor. Now, that's going to be around about 250 horses, but it's going to deliver 27 miles per gallon on average. Now, the styling accents you're going to find from the QX70 here on the QX60, most notable, of course, the chrome accents around the windows and the chrome down low on the doors. Now, as you sweep down the side, you have just a little bit of an edge down the midline that sweeps all the way to the front and again to that curvaceous front end that we notice on a lot of Infinitis. Now, what I love about these headlights, they really give you dramatic appearance down the road. Now, one of the drastic differences, of course, between this vehicle and the QX70 is right here on the inside and really this space that you're going to find. Now, this is 3 rows of seating, and the biggest aspect of that is the leg room. Now, up front, it's going to be 42 inches, second row around about 40, and in the back, 30 inches. Now, those are good numbers, and what I love is it really accommodates 7 people just fine. And even though I slightly referred to this vehicle as minivan-esque, I really want to home in that it's far from those trappings because you don't have the sliding doors, you don't have the screaming kids, of course, or all the soccer moms squeezing inside. The Infiniti QX60 really delivers class on 4 wheels and takes luxury, of course, to the whole nother level. Anytime you get behind the wheel, you want abundant safety and entertainment right there at your fingertips. And of course, on the Infinitis, that's what they do well. Most notably, of course, is going to be the LCD screen that houses the navigation, XM radio, and weather alert systems. Now, on the dash, right between the tachometer and a speedometer, is more information giving you up-to-date fuel economy and any type of safety systems you have alerted. Now, one thing we complained about on the QX70 was the lane departure system that kind of gave an audible alert and really kind of aggravated us while we're driving. Now, interestingly enough, we didn't have that type of problem in this vehicle. I'm not sure if it's different or I just really have come to learn this vehicle. Now, we can't overlook the safety on this vehicle, and the most notable, of course, is the surround view system. Now, that, of course, we've talked about on other vehicles, and it's those monitors that really give you the surroundings around you and really prevent you from hitting anything. Another nice feature we liked on this is the blind spot awareness. Now, a lot of vehicles, they put that indicator right there on the mirror and it'll give you little illuminations. On this vehicle, they do it on the inside with a little bit of orange glow light, giving you a warning when a vehicle's in that blind spot, and as that vehicle leaves that area, of course, it goes away. Now, one of the best aspects of getting inside an Infiniti is the luxury that you're going to find throughout. Now, this is, of course, plush leather. You've got 8-way power seats up front, and, of course, you got heat and cool with a simple turn of a dial. Now, on this vehicle, they had several different driving modes. They had Sport, Econo, and Snow. Now, the best feature about Econo, of course, is going to help on fuel economy, and Sport, of course, is going to deliver a little bit more spunk off the line. Now, one feature I did like on the QX60 that I didn't find on the 70 is the abundant glass up above. Now, up front, of course, that is a traditional sunroof, and it is powered, so you can get that open air feel. Now, on the back, that is just going to be glass. It allows you to get more light in, and does have a sunshade if you want to prevent that. Now, again, we talked about the legroom up front and in the second row both being over 40 inches, with the back being around about 30. Now, that's traditional spacing for the back seat and nothing really to complain about. But if you want to add a little bit more comfort for the third row occupants, you really can slide these seats forward with the lower bar, giving a little bit more space to the back seat passengers. Now, trying to find comfort throughout a vehicle is crucial, and really getting into the second row of this Infiniti is just that comfortable because there's plenty of leg room like we talked about, and really keeps your knees from touching the seat backs. Now, another nice feature you're going to find on this vehicle is the entertainment system, allowing you to hook up any type of device or play DVDs and really look at it at the monitor right in front of you. Now, another way to stay comfortable in the second row is with its own climate control system back here, and really dialing into the specific temperature you're looking for and fan speed. Now, if you also want to heat the seats, you can do that with the tap of a button. Now, again, we tested out the 2014 QX60, and the best feature we like about this vehicle is it really upsizes the vehicle just a hair from the QX70, but really overemphasizes the interior with 3 rows of spacing. Other features we liked, of course, is the abundant storage, the infotainment system as well, and all the innovations they put with safety and drivability on this vehicle. Now, again, I'd like to thank you for watching this edition of Road Warrior, and as always, keep both hands on the wheel and eyes straight ahead.